Hello Aquarius, how are you doing? So this is going to be your astrology for April. So on the 4th of April, we have Venus moving into your 5th house. Now Venus is about to go retrograde next month, right? So, but now it's just going to be in your 5th house. And before we get into that, just know that this is also kind of like a shadow period during April. So be wary of that, you know? And the 5th house is about fun, connecting with friends, romance, creative ideas, even entrepreneur, to become an entrepreneur, all of those things, having those creative ideas and having fun with it and really moving with how you feel inspired to create something for yourself. And that's what it is. Now, because I'm also speaking a little bit about that Venus retrograde that's going to be happening only in May, but now if the pre-shadow period would be in April as well. So it's important to you to pick up things that you once left off before. So you might feel the need to actually pick up an idea that you had before, like, maybe now you have more time. So you actually have more time to invest in it, and eventually looking at your relationships, romance, love within your life, because that's what you would be doing. Venus in the 5th house is very good there. It feels nice. It's a loving feeling, but also it's giving you the opportunity to take the time to see, maybe I haven't been having some fun. How can I have more fun? How can I have more childlike experiences in my life? Because that 5th house energy is that child experience, that feeling carefree, young, and all of those things, like, that child happiness that just light within you. That's what you're looking for with that Venus energy, to feel energized by just the energy of happiness and pure, simple joy. So you're going to find happiness in the simple things, the smallest of things, and using the creative energy to also look at some things you want to create in your life. Have fun with it, don't hold back. Actually, just allow for that to happen for you. Then on the 8th of the month, we're going to have the full moon in your 9th house, and it's going to be a super moon. And it being in the 9th house, it's honestly, how can I say? 9th house energy is all about learning and expansion. So a full moon there means you're going to be going through things that you would be releasing, right? So maybe you had plans or something you wanted to do, but it's in the 9th house, because the 9th house is all about travel, new ideas, having this understanding of wanting to do things. But it's being now that's in the full moon, you're going to have to release certain things. And the 9th house energy is going to give you a bigger understanding of your experiences and challenges, an awakening, a shift within you. That's the beautiful thing about this full moon. Pay attention to your dreams, any dreams that you're having, any visions that you're having, even manifestation, because it's in your 9th house, anything that you want to manifest. Allow for feelings to move through you that can feel intense during the super moon, because it's intense, because it's closest to the earth. Let it move through you and actually manifest the things that you want in your life. Because it's in the 9th house, it can expand. So really use that energy and utilize it. See what you can think differently about. Gain a new perspective. Think outside the box, not the same old every day. And it's actually shifting your energy. And that's a good thing, because you are a fixed air sign. So sometimes you can get very stuck on specific thoughts, and they can just loop in your mind. And this is actually wanting you to basically shift your perspective on everything around you, and any challenges that you have within you coming up for you. Allow for that to happen, right? Allow for that release energy and to actually gain new experiences, deeper insights. Great time for meditation. The 9th house energy is also that energy of assisting others, giving advice to others, or even needing advice yourself. So counseling, all of that kind of energy, it's a spiritual energy. So actually having that spiritual feeling come through, and noticing when you do need help, when you do need assistance to communicate your feelings, all of those things, or any other kind of basically where you need someone to approach to basically advise you on anything. That's what it is. And also where you feel that you'll be in the position to also advise someone else, because of your understanding of things. And also let this full moon give you a deeper understanding of all the challenges that you have been experiencing, because of the Saturn moving into Aquarius, which has been coming up for a while, but for the next 3 months, Saturn's going to be in Aquarius. But I'm going to speak about that a little bit later in this video. So on the 20th, we're going to have the sun in the 4th house. That's when Taurus season starts. And on the 23rd, we're going to have the new moon in Taurus, and that's going to be in your 4th house. Now, what's the 4th house about? The 4th house is about home. Everything to do with home, our close relationships, those relationships that like come close to heart, touch us closly and deeply. So anyone that you feel very closely with would be in this energy of the fourth energy of the fourth house. Because it's new beginnings, you're going to feel like you want to either change things within your home, spruce up your home, clean your home, paint a different color, move things, shift things. Allow for that during that new moon. Really do it. Maybe you might, I just need to clear the space, I need to do that. Very good time for you to do that with that new moon energy. Also because it's in your fourth house, your close relationships, family relationships, not only family relationships, even a friend that you see as family, anyone that's close to heart, because that's what it is. It's that heartfelt energy. You're going to have to find new beginnings there. So there might be some releasing to do, a new way to communicate in a relationship, saying what's not acceptable for you, what you want to accept, how do you want to move forward, what do you really want. That's that new moon energy that's going to be happening on the 23rd for you. Allow for that to happen for new beginnings, both in your home and your close relationships as well. Then let's talk about Saturn Aquarius, right? Saturn Aquarius for the next 3 months, and then at the end of this year of 2020, Saturn is going to move into Aquarius. Now, Saturn Aquarius is such a pivotal time. We all be feeling these Aquarius energies, and what I mean by feeling the Aquarius energy, Aquarius is the energy of the collective. So it's where you are different, have a gift, very talented. Aquarius people are very talented, have gifts, they're unique. There is always something very, very different and unique about an Aquarius. They're very empathic. They have these ideas that are very original, ideas that are, which other people sometimes won't accept at first. That's why they're very used to rejection. Rejection is what Aquarius is used to, because they've learned that no very early in life, and that's what makes them unique and different. They always feel like the outcast, or like they're not really fitting in some way, and that's what makes them different and special. So when you embrace your uniqueness, you can share that message with the collective, with all of us, a new group, you know, giving people a new way of thinking. So it's like where you basically be who you are, get shut down, and you move forward and be different and share it regardless, because you accept yourself. And that's the thing about Aquarius, it's a lot about accepting yourself for who you are, right? Regardless of friends, family, anyone that tells you no, you shouldn't be a certain way. Allowing yourself to be exactly as you are and sharing that gift of who you are, which is your authentic self, encouraging others to be more authentic with themselves. And that comes across in many different forms of talents, creative energy, ideas, new things. And that's the Aquarius energy. It is an air sign, so it's linked to communication. Now, being that it's an air sign, it's a fixed air sign. Remember that it's a fixed air sign. It can be very much the same thoughts, having the same thoughts over and over. So it's very important for you as an Aquarius to watch your thoughts. And and when I say fixed, oftentimes Aquarius can have some thoughts that can be, you know, very negative about themselves due to experiences, and they have to work with it to actually really release it, so that they don't keep telling themselves those things. Even the fact of being distant, that's the Aquarius energy. It's like Aquarius is not the most verbal out there zodiac, right? Depending on other placements in their chart, but they're not really verbal out there kind of zodiac. I mean, there's lots of artists that are Aquarius, but they are very different and unique, and that comes through acceptance. But how I can say it's like they have this distance about them. You can be an Aquarius and be in the room with them, but they can still feel like they not really there. And that's the thing about Aquarius. They have a distance, and they know how to distance. Oftentimes a lot of Aquarius will seek distance in some way, whether it's from people that they've been hanging around with, whether it's friends, family. They know how to distance, right? That's the thing that they do. They create the distance between themselves and others, generally when they're not feeling a group. And it's not even something that you can even say to them. They just get this innate feeling within themselves. Now, Saturn moving into Aquarius is where we feel restricted. Well, Saturn in Aquarius is a planet that basically restricts. Saturn restricts us. It gives us challenges. Being in Aquarius, we're all going globally through what Aquarius feels. How are we taking care of the collective? Yes, we can be ourselves and unique and different. How do we share that? Social distancing, that's Saturn in Aquarius, right? Communication through technology, all of that. Aquarius is ruled by technology and having these new things come through. And there's going to be a shift. There's going to definitely be a shift. You must always understand that Aquarius is ruled by two planets of Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn has moved into Aquarius, which is at home, but it's also ruled by Uranus, which is to rebel. Rebel against what? Rebel against structure. Find freedom. That's what Uranus is about. It's about change. It's the planet of chaos, they call it, because it supplies us. It takes us all by surprise and basically creates change for our freedom. Now, Saturn moving into Aquarius is very important, especially now with everything that's happening in the world, with the coronavirus and all of that, because it's creating this social distancing, whether how people feel about the corona, that's not the point. The point of it, as the plan shifted, it brought this Aquarian type energy to us, where we look at the world, where we look at ourselves, where we see how authentic we are, and how are we truly accepting ourselves and bringing ourselves forward. What are we doing for the collective? This is important for everyone. Where we're thinking of not just ourselves, but everyone. It's not our day-to-day routine. People are working from home. That is also such an Aquarius type energy, because Aquarius is about freedom, not having to do what everybody says. This is how it needs to be. And that's what this energy is shifting us through. It's an awakening of how structures need to change, that Uranus as well in Aquarius, so that we can think in a new way in order to create freedom for ourselves. And that's Aquarius, and it's a powerful energy, and that's how it affects everyone globally. But for you, dear Aquarius, this is going to change your life for the next 3 years. So it's going to happen now for 3 months, and it's going to move back into Capricorn, and then we're going to have Saturn moving into Aquarius at the end of the year, right? For a couple of years, and that's going to bring this energy of change, of wanting us to change our structures, how we do things, how do we communicate with others, being where people are creating space, when they go out and there's spaces between people where it's like distancing, like if they're in trolleys and we need to create space between ourselves when we're shopping. That is so Aquarius, because Aquarius always needs their personal space. They will take time out for their personal space. And these are things that we're going to see, that we all need personal space. We don't need to be in each other's space to such an extent. We can give each other distance and still care. That's why they're empaths, and they can feel things of others, because even though there's this distance between Aquarius and other zodiacs, there is still this feeling of, I can still feel you. I still know how you're feeling. And that's the depth of it. And that's what we're all transforming towards. But Aquarius, for you, it's going to be changed within your life. And that means structures, the way you see things, the way you're going to structure your life is going to change. And you're going to feel that Uranus too, they're also pushing for these changes to come about. Allow for it to happen. Don't resist it. Don't hold back. Let the changes happen. Everything that you thought is like rock solid, right? Especially for you, Aquarius. Everything you thought is rock solid, this is how it's going to be. It's going to change. It's going to change for you in many ways. Even the thing of where Aquarius tends to put other people's first. A lot of the times you'll love to put everyone first as well, because you'll feel their feelings, and then you just absorb it, take it in, don't say anything, and try and work with it to make it work for the group. You're going to have to now kind of be thinking about you a little bit, and what's good for you, and how what's good for you is going to work for everyone. And that's what Aquarius needs to bring forth, that energy of themselves really right now, their authentic selves, because you are changing from within, you're restructuring from within, so that you can bring that energy for all those around you as well, in every aspect of your life. Thank you for watching.